Okay, so quickly, this is Tribe Moment where we discuss issues of life, analyzing them, following the ideas and principles of systemism, the philosophy of system, and recommending it as a solution to it so that we can thrive. I want to discuss something very important: the being and becoming factor towards achieving success. This is not going to be a very long presentation, but it's going to be very, very valuable. There's something that we need to understand about success or about achieving your dream or whatever. You need to understand what they call vision. Vision is the picture that you have in your mind, the picture of how the end will look like when you eventually achieve it. Do you understand? That clear picture in your mind that you wish to feature inside, if you understand what I mean. That beautiful imagination you have in your mind about how your life and everything around you will turn out to be. Do you understand? When you eventually hit your ultimate purpose, do you get? That is your vision. That is your vision. But the truth is that your vision is like a prize that needs to be won. Do you get? It needs to be bought. Do you get? So until you are able to pay the price, you will not be able to get it. Do you understand? Reality, the world, the universe is the one that is in the custody of your vision. Do you understand? You need to pay it in full. You don't pay half. If it's going to cost you 500 or 1,000 worth of faith or courage or whatever as the case may be, if you have 5% or if you have 5 naira worth of it, it's not sufficient. You can't use that level to buy it. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So with reference to this, there is who you ought to be, and who you ought to be talks about the values and the virtues and the attributes that need to be integrated in your character, that must become the essence of who you are. Is it now that you can now use to give, because you have to give yourself? The greatest thing what your vision requires first and foremost for it to be delivered to you is all of you. Oh God, I hope I'm communicating sense. I mean all of you. It is you. The vision, the manifestation of or the reality is inside of you. Do you get? Until you give up yourself, that vision that is inside of you cannot burst forth. Do you understand? To now change or structure the physical environment. How does Ayn Rand say it? Ayn Rand said something. She said something like changing reality to conform into the image of your values. Yeah. So it is about you bringing out what is inside of you to change the physical face of the earth to conform. Do you understand? It's like restructuring reality to conform with the image of your values, what you have in your mind. You are trying to change the physical world, and what will let the universe to permit search is when you pay. It's just like you want to build a house. Do you understand what I mean? You have to buy the land. If you don't buy it, you cannot just come to somebody's land and start building house there. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So for you to be able to build what is in your mind into reality, you need to pay to acquire the land and the permit to do that. And what it requires is who you are, who it expects that you should be, so that you can qualify for it to give that land to you. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? There is the man, there is the woman you should become. There is the person you are, quite alright, talking about the present state of who you are. But for the reality that you imagine, for the vision that you have conceived in your mind to become a reality, there is who you should become. Talking about more values that need to be embedded, that need to be integrated into your being. You cannot achieve when you have not become. Like I said, your becoming is talking about acquiring every of the values, every of the attributes, every of the virtues that will become like a price that you will offer to reality for it to deliver your vision or your dream to you. If you don't grow, some people call it capacity, if you don't grow into the fullness of that image, the fullness of that being that reality expects that you should be, you means you are not qualified. You will only be seeing it in your vision, in your dream, but you cannot get it. The time we're in secondary school, we're taught what we call demand. For vision to be actualized, you need to demand. And what it takes to demand is when you have the full money or the full costs in your hand to be able to pay. And in this case, the full cost is the person that the vision expects that you should become for it to be able to deliver it to you. Like I said, in a normal way, when we were all created, we're in a normal or average, do you understand, state. The reason why you go to school, the reason why you go through some kind of things that you go through in life, experiences, the reason why you interact, the reason why everything that happens is a means, is giving you an opportunity to trade. Please, this is critical. Is giving you an opportunity to trade the lesser version of who you are for something greater, which your vision requires as a price for it to deliver it to you. So when you are going through difficulties, when you are going through some challenges, when you are going through some educational experiences, when you are reading books, when you are going for excursion, when you are practicing some things, every of all these things is an opportunity, is a platform for you to trade, you get, and obtain the values so that you can grow, in capacity, so that you can grow in virtue, so that you can grow in value, so that you can grow in the attributes that will now complete, do you understand, the amount which is the complete price that the vision is demanding of you as a price for it to deliver itself unto you. Remember, I gave a scenario. I said that reality is the one that is in possession of everything. But for you to prove, you need to pay. So like you want to build a house, you don't just go to anybody's land and start building. You need to obtain permits. You need to buy that land. And it's not only to buy the land. When you buy the land, it's like when you buy the land, they have not given you a permission to now be able to construct whatever you like on that land. So reality is the one that you need to buy a space. Do you understand? You buy a space in this earth, and it gives you the total authority or power to bring out what is inside your mind, that vision, that's your dream, to now bring it out into reality so that everybody can see. But first of all, you need to pay. You will pay for land. You will also buy materials. Do you understand? Reality is the one that is selling all these things. Reality is the one selling the land. Reality is the one selling the materials. Reality is even the ones that is going to give you the labor, the people that will work with you to build that dream. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So they and every of all these things that you need to use to pay, so that reality will give you all the things that is required to make this your dream come true. The pause where all those things which I call your values are, or in normal this thing you call it your currency or your money, that pocket where all those money is going to be is in yourself. And that's why personal development or self-discovery and development is indispensable. In fact, is the core, you get, of achieving your vision or your destiny. And that is why self-discovery is about discovering who you are and growing and developing you into who you were designed and created to be. Because until you become who you were created to be, you are not qualified to live in the reality of your dreams and your vision. This is critical. This is critical. As I'm talking to you, I'm talking to myself. So pay attention. It's so sad because basically the educational system, ideally, according to the philosophy of system, was designed to take you from the point of being to becoming. So the way educational system is supposed to be structured is supposed to structure in such a way that you go through challenges, you go through tests, you go through trials, you go through everything that will help you to build the capacity and groom yourself into developing every of the virtues, the values, the wisdom. Do you get that reality is going to demand of you as a price for it to permit you and give you your vision so that you can now live in the reality. But so sad, the educational system is not giving it. That is why I say that the school system is not providing us that actual education. That is why most people get this training or obtain these values in the outside world. They get it outside of school. And it is because they are determined, because they are focused, because they know what reality demands of them as a prize, and they go through the process, the pain, the torture, the tests, so that they can become, they can evolve into who they were designed to be. And when they become, it's just like when the last day had this speaker, you say good and faithful servants. You just like they just give you that veil of honor. You are qualified, you are certified. You now give you that certificate. So reality is the vice chancellor in the school of life. You now hand over the reality of what we call your destiny. That's that destination that was designed from the beginning of time. You will now start living in the reality. It will no longer be what you are seeing in your vision, in your mind. It will now become what you'll be experiencing in the physical realm. But this is what it takes. It requires that you move from being to becoming. So being talks about assuming. First of all, you accept the person that you were designed as. Do you understand? The way God created you, you like it, you accept it, you'll be proud of it. Then you now check what the vision requires that this person that you love, that you accepted, supposed to grow into. What are the things that it is still lacking, that reality is demanding that it should have for the vision to be delivered to it? Then you go out to source for it through education, through interaction, through discussion, through tests, through trials, through challenges. You get every of all these things so that you can do what? Evolve and become. And when you have now become, then you are qualified to obtain the vision to obtain your dreams, to realize your dreams, and live in the reality of it. So with that, that'll call us the end of today's session of Tribe Moment. I believe that you have been inspired. You learned one or two things. I'm open to questions, to comment, to suggestions, and all that. And I want to implore you and everyone that is paying attention. Your dreams are valid. The vision is valid. Pay the price. Do whatever it takes to find out what the vision demands of you and go in search of it. Go in search of it. Every vision demands different prices from different people. That's just the truth. It is not what his vision demands of him to get that your own will demand of you. It is your responsibility to first of all picture the vision. It's very simple. You want to build a house, you know, okay, this house you want to build. What does it cost? What will it take to build this house? It requires 50 tons of cement. It requires something of sand. It requires glass. It requires. Do you understand? The same thing. Your vision. Do calculation. What does it require of you? Do you understand? Then go and get it it will be integrated into your character. That's what I'm trying to say, because it is first in your character, then you can now use it to now buy. Do you get to buy every of the material things it requires to be built? Talking about the people, that's your team. Do you understand? The people, the congregation that will support you, the money that you need, do you get everything that you need to make that dream come true? First of all, it should be within you, because you are independent. It is from within yourself that you will attract those things to you that you can now use to buy that vision from reality. So be encouraged, be motivated till I come your way again next week. If you feel inspired by this video and you want a personal mentorship or guide, here's my details. You can reach me via WhatsApp, looking down the video, the link below. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe, and leave a comment till I come your way again next week.